What's going on, Set Free Fishing? A little bit different direction with this video. Let's take a trip in a time machine with me. Check out some of this stuff that I think most of it came from one of my ex-landlord, and maybe I think maybe one of the reels I already had, but this is I couldn't even tell you the year on it. I was looking for it and I seen it at one time, but anyways, it's an old pin reel, Garcia Mitchell. It says pin reel on the box, but I don't think that's the right reel for this box actually, because it's a Mitchell. But check out this old school reel, and it still works like a champ. I mean, I was baffled at how great it still worked and how smooth it still is. The hook's gonna end up getting me, but anyways, I thought that was pretty cool and I wanted to share it with some people. If there's any old timers that watch my channel and see this, tell me what year you think it was made. I got this box here, but I don't think well, no, it's got to be, because it has the same exact reel on the picture, it seems. Same design anyways, but I don't think it's that. Anyways, and then I got this Daiwa. Still works very well. Or Quantum, my bad, not Daiwa. I don't know why I kept saying Daiwa the other day too. It's an old Quantum. I mean, still works. I mean, they just built stuff different back then. I couldn't tell you the year of this either, but I mean, everything still works like the champ. I don't think the line would be very well. I doubt it would be very well, but everything, 5:1 ratio. I think this is like before they probably got into the higher speed ratios, but pretty cool. Magnetic spool control. I mean, that's wild how old this thing is and how well it still works. And then I know for a fact he gave me all these. This spinnerbait. I got new spinnerbaits in my box right now from sitting outside in the heat, cold. Though I live in Florida, we do get a little bit cold about 3 times a year. And I'm just amazed that this has been in my shed at one time. It was in my laundry room that used to get extremely hot. And I mean, like it's brand new. I mean, the skirt will slip down, but that's that's gonna happen with any. I'm just amazed. I got melted ones, brand new, ain't even a year old, and the skirt's done melted off of them in my tackle box. And this thing's, I guarantee you, this thing's got to be 30+ years old, and it's still as if it came out the package, other than it looks like a bad hair day, as my wife said the other day. And then some of these lures I have in here are just, it's crazy. They still sell some of them, but these ain't ones that you can buy on the shelf today. This is an old Rebel. It's hard to see. It's a Rebel floater, but it's an old school jointed, that signature color of, well, it's a Rapala signature color really, but it's that black back with the silver side and the white belly. But that thing's probably older than I am. The hooks are still super sharp. And then I got this one, is all it says is Hellcat. I've never heard of the brand, so maybe it was before even my time. It looks like one of the hooks got cut off, so somebody probably got that hook caught in them. Oh, I'd love to know the story behind that. They either got the hook caught in them or in something, like a piece of fabric or something, and had to cut it. But that's a pretty neat looking lure right there. It kind of reminds me of like a golden shiner, like a wild shiner. I'm sure that's where the paint scheme came from. But just some of the stuff, and this one right here, I mean, I got some of these are still in the box. This is called, it says Lucky Dog, and I want to get it out of the package, but I also don't want to mess nothing up either at the same time. because this lure right here is still in the original package, and I just ripped the package. But this is a Shakespeare lure. I guess when they were probably, it's all wooden lure, but this thing's got to be older than anything I've ever owned, and it's still brand new, straight out of the box. Even come with Paw Paw by Shakespeare, a bait for a king. Available now, the best lures from the Paw Paw and Shakespeare lines from many years of successful fishing. The experience of 60 years of lure making combined into a full line of models in wood and plastic. I mean, this thing is wild. It just amazes me at the quality of these lures, and it's made in Hong Kong. It ain't even made, you'd think back then it would have been made in America, but nope, it's made in Hong Kong. But even the quality of craftsmanship back then, now they just, you know, resin pour everything, or everything's molded and mass produced, so you don't have the quality of some of the stuff you have these days. And this is another one in the Paw Paw series. It's also a wood lure, and it reminds me of the old Hendo, or hidden, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but Hendo, brand new, never been used, don't even look like it's ever been opened. This is called the Brawler Senior, and I wouldn't mind putting some of these to the use, but man, this thing could be worth some money. I mean, it could be worth, no telling how much it could be worth. I mean, it's never been used. Hooks are still, I mean, everything's in phenomenal shape, and this comes with a little pamphlet too. Maybe we can get a year out of it. That's what I'm hoping for. It looks like this book may show like all the lures that are in the series, and I actually have a couple of them that I'm gonna show you that's on this page. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. I got quite a few of them. I mean, it just shows all the lures that's in the series. I mean, that's phenomenal. What lure comes with that these days? None. You got to read everything online, and you know, I mean, this is all kind of specs on all their different lures. I wish I could get a date though. A date would be so cool to have, and I'm not seeing that nowhere, of course. But there is a couple of these lures that's on this page that's actually in this box, and I'll probably never ever be able to fold this back up in a million years, but I'm gonna try anyways. This, let me show you the lures that's in that series. Actually, I think I lied. I got one that's on that page. It's called a Deeper Dan. This is, no, well, that's what's crazy. See, Shakespeare made a lure that looks just like this lure. I just seen it on this page. Hold on. Where is it at? See, it's called the Deeper Dan. But that ain't even what this one is. This is a Hendo, or hidden. It's got to be hidden. H-E-D-D-O-N, hidden. This is called the Hidden Runt, or a River Runt. I mean, ain't that a cool looking thing? Ain't that a cool looking? They just built stuff so different. I mean, look how the hooks are, you know, mounted to this bait. I mean, screws, all metal hardware. I mean, it's just phenomenal how they did things back then. And for this lure to still last, and it'll probably last all my lifetime. And if I were to pass it down, it'd probably last all their lifetime too. It's just, they built stuff so different back then. And I know a lot of people know what this lure is, and they still kind of make some types. I doubt it's as good as it is back then now, but this is the old jitterbug. And I know if you're a true fishing addict, you know what this lure is. You've seen this lure in its newer form, or maybe even your grandpa had this lure in his tackle box. It's a neat topwater lure, and I might actually put this to use on one of the videos just to show how it works and the action that it has, because this one has been used. Though it still may hold some value, I will put it to use just to show y'all how it works one day maybe. I just, I wanted to do this video because I was digging through this stuff, and I thought, it'd be it'd just be, something different on the channel, and to share some of the neat stuff that I've acquired over the past couple years when I really dug back into fishing. These ones, the lures are old when it's in an Eckerd's medicine bottle. I mean, come on, Eckerd's ain't been around in so many years, 20 years maybe. Eckerd's ain't been around, and I'm not sure the name of this lure, but it's a pretty neat, it's got to be a topwater lure, obviously. It's got that prop on it like a lot of the water lures had back then. I do have one in here that has some stuff written on it, so I actually got 3 or 4 lures that are pretty much the same thing, and this is the only one that had anything written on it. It's a Doll Tom Special is all this says on it. So maybe this guy hand painted this lure or something, but it's real similar to this one. And as this one also don't have anything written on it, but it's also in that same kind of top water with the prop on the back, and if I ain't mistaken, the one that's in here is the same too. No, this is an actual popper, top water sort of popper, and it's a creek chub darter. So whoever made creek chub darters, I got one of their lures, and it's it just amazes me how stuff back then, I mean, the quality of craftsmanship and the time that they spent on each lure, it's nothing like that these days. Though the lures are okay, I mean, these things barely have hook rash. I could open up, and not throwing shade on any kind of company or nothing, but I can open up some lures right now and show you some that have hook rash all over the side of them just from sitting in the box. Some that ain't even been thrown that much, and they got hook rash on them. And it's not me throwing shade at any companies or nothing, because I'll still use the companies like crazy, because it's my favorite company. But it's just crazy that you got these old-timer lures, and none of them barely have any hook rash, and you can't seem, it's just they don't put the clear coat on these lures like they did back in the day, I guess. This is an old Rapala. I know they still sell these lures, but this is the original Rapala floating, made in Finland. Huh, that's pretty cool. It's an old wood lure. Treble hooks are still great shape, except that one, I don't know what happened to him. He's been through it. He's had a rough life. I don't I might have to replace that one, I guess, because I do want to kind of maybe utilize some of these lures and maybe do like a old time lure fishing challenge or something like that. And I'm in the processes. I've bought a little toy shark from the Dollar Tree the other day, and I'm gonna make it into a lure, and I'm gonna do a little fishing challenge out of it. But that's an old Rapala. They still make Rapala to this day, but that is a nice old school Rapala, and it'll probably catch some fish. This one I still have the box for, also the old school Rapala. They still come in the same boxes, is what's crazy, but these ain't new. These are the older ones, because I believe the hooks are different and everything. But this is the old, black back, white side, to look like a shiner or a bait fish, and they've caught this brand of lure, this model of lure have caught millions of fish throughout its history. So it's pretty cool to have this in my possession, to know that it's caught millions of fish throughout the history of the time that it's been around. I got a few more lures that I'll show you. This is a lure that I don't even think they make no more. It's called the GoldenEye lure. If I ain't mistaken, they don't even make this anymore. So, and it was made in the USA actually. And I stay looking for a date on these things, and I cannot find one. I cannot find a date nowhere. This is the GoldenEye lure Maverick. So the name of it's Maverick. So that's pretty cool. $1.69. Could you imagine only paying $1.69 for your lures? Back then it was probably they were probably still getting yelled at for spending that much on a lure, but you know, $1.69. To think, you know, your average bait these days is 10 bucks. You know, $8.99, $7.99 for your average lure these days. So just some cool pieces of history. Now this one is really cool because this one don't even have the same name that the company holds anymore. This is a mirror lure. It is the I guess it don't have like what the name of it is. It just says sinker. It says, I'm thinking it says OOM and LNS mirror lure, but it's spelled different than it is now. It's spelled MIRALURE, and now it's spelled like it sounds, mirror lure. But how cool is that? Old, I mean, no telling how old this thing is. I would love to know. I'd love to know the history behind it, the story behind it, but I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. Like I said, my landlord gave me these lures. My ex-landlord gave me these lures. They were his father's, who has now passed away. But it'd be cool to know some history behind this lure. Maybe I can one day. And this one right here reminds me of a lure that has won many fishing tournaments for some of my family members. It looks almost, it looks very similar in color, though it ain't. And I'm talking about another discontinued bait that I have one of, because my uncle was nice enough to give me one. It's the Strike King Red Eye Shad in the Trixie, pink Trixie color. You can't buy them no more. They don't make them no more. One of the best colors that the Red Eye Shad made, and they discontinued it like they do all great things. But this is an old cotton cordell. It's the the TH spot. So obviously it's got the TH spot, so it's got a spot back there. The clear coat's chipping a little bit, but it's never been used, brand new out of the package. And it's like a gray back, and it's got the scale pattern on the sides, but it's got like a, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but it's got like a pink hue to it in the bait, and it's a phenomenal looking rattle trap. And I don't know if I'll ever throw it, but I have it if I ever wanted to. It could be worth money, so I may never throw it. I do have the bigger version of it too, though, which is also the spot cotton cordell, and it's the same color. You can tell it's the same color. So I may throw this one because you know, it's been used before. And these hooks are some of the stoutest hooks I've ever seen on a fishing lure. I mean, like you could go catch a grouper with that thing. But pretty cool piece of history. And if you go buy cotton cordell in stores today, you can see how they've kept the same, you know, shape and form and everything, but you can tell by the feel of these lures, they're just built different, man. This is an old cotton cordell. I got quite a few of these cotton cordells in here. They've been around for a long time, so there's quite a few of these in here in the hooks. I'm almost guessing these are eagle claw hooks by the looks of it. Let's see, I got that brand new cotton. I got I don't know if this is called a Razorback, a Fred Arbocast company, the Razorback. So I think I just seen that on one of these other lures. It said Arbocast on one of them, so that's probably the same guy, Fred Arbocast. Not sure what company he owned. I have to do my research and look into it, because it definitely was before my time. I may have threw a few of these lures with my uncle or my granddad, but I never owned them before. So pretty cool, neat piece of history. And I think that's it for the old school lures. But I just thought I'd share that with y'all. I have some old school lures, and I thought they were pretty cool and how great of shape they're still in. And maybe I can put some on the line here soon and see if we can catch some fish with the old school stuff. And oh, there is one more, my bad. It's called a Jigadoo. Never heard of it in my life until I got this box of lures. It reminds me, it's pretty much like a scrounger head, if you ask me. Now it's got a lot of calcium buildup, I'm guessing, from the lead. But it's still in good shape. I mean, it's not gonna, I'm gonna try this. I'm definitely 100% gonna try this, because it's still, I do use a scrounger head a little bit here and there, and I do use jigs, so I think it'd be pretty cool to try to use this and see what it does. I'm guessing it probably displaces water like a popper would, but it reminds me of a scrounger head. Once you start reeling it probably rocks like a scrounger head would. So pretty, if you ever heard of Jigadoo, comment on the video. I think it'd be pretty cool to know about this thing. So with that being said, since I'm in the lure mode, I have finally made it to over 200 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I thank everyone so much for supporting my channel throughout the time that I've been posting videos, making videos. I put a lot of time and effort in these videos. Well, I do a lot of the filming, and my wife puts a lot of time and hard work into editing these videos. She's the real backbone behind, to me, behind the channel, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to post these videos, because I would be lost when it comes to editing. But I thank y'all so much for supporting me and supporting the testimony I have behind my channel. It means so much to me. You know, I've worked real hard to get to this 200 subscribers, and I hope it goes a lot farther than this, because I got a message to spread, a message of hope, that you don't have to live in that lost state of mind no more, that you could be set free like I was set free. And I'm just very grateful. I'm very, very grateful to be where I am today and have the opportunity to spread my message with others. And I really hope my content reaches the right person that it needs to reach, because you know, I believe deep down in my heart, I believe it's the only reason I'm still alive today, because God could use me as a vessel of hope to let the, you know, the struggling alcoholic or addict know that there's a way out, and you don't have to fight alone, and you don't have to struggle no more. So I'm gonna keep my promise, and I'm gonna do a tackle giveaway. I said once I reach 200 subscribers, I'll do a tackle giveaway, and the goal is to I'm gonna try to do it every like 200 subscribers. Now once I get bigger, I'll do like other people and do it every like 500 to 1,000 subscribers. But as of right now, I'm gonna do it every 200 subscribers. I'm gonna do a tackle giveaway. And how you're gonna be able to enter this tackle giveaway, I'm gonna put it in a 6-cent sack, though it's not one of their, you know, actual monthly sacks. It's gonna be all 6-cent lures, because as y'all know, that's the company I use the most. No, this is not sponsored by any means. I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with 6-cent, though I would love to be. I just love their products, and I love their customer service, and I've caught so many fish, and some of my biggest fish, on their lures. So that's why I'm giving y'all a chance to do the same, to catch giants on their lures. So what I'm going to be giving away, it's almost going to be like getting one of their sacks, because I'm going to give away, there's a pack of hog wallows in here, And if you've been watching Ben Milliken at all, he just won Toledo Ben. His chance at the Bassmaster Classic was won by these right here. Not this particular color. I think he done it with the green pumpkin, but this is the black and blue, black with blue flake hog wallow. So you'll be getting a pack of those. This is stroker crawls, and stroker crawls are great trailers for jigs, great for flipping, pitching, whatever you want to call it. This is in the June bug color. June bug works everywhere across the slate. This is the 3.3 stroker crawls. You'll be getting those. I'm throwing in, and this is a great bait. This is the Axis. So if you know anything about the Axis or the Jabberjaw, which the Axis was around first before Jabberjaw, so let me make that clear. It's got the rotating bill that rocks back and forth, and it's got the metal bill. So this is the this is the Sourtooth Blackback Axis 2.0. So you'll be getting that. You'll be getting a pack of wacky hooks. I know wacky rigging's real popular right now, so you'll be getting a pack of wacky hooks. You'll also be getting, I thought I had another pack of hooks in here. You'll also be getting a pack of drop shot hooks. And this is size 1 drop shot hooks and size 1/0 wacky hooks. They're kind of similar, but these drop shot hooks should help you hook up with some fish if you do any drop shot fishing. Me personally, I only do it every now and again. And then you'll be getting a Crush 50X. This Crush 50X is in the Sourtooth Sungill. It's a really good color. I actually got some bigger deep divers in this color, and it works really well. So this is the products you'll be getting in the tackle giveaway if you so happen to win. And you'll be getting it in this neat velvet sack, and I love their velvet sacks. I actually got a few lures in some of their velvet sacks. Like I carry my swim baits in this velvet sack, and I believe I carry some of my shaky heads worm in one of these velvet sacks. So that's what you'll be getting in the tackle giveaway. And how you're going to be able to be entered in this tackle giveaway, you must be subscribed to the channel and following. You're gonna like this video and comment on this video, and once you comment, like, and you're a follower of mine, you'll be entered into a random, I'm gonna do random selection. You can do it on any phone these days. You can add all the names and hit spin, and it'll pick a name. So that's how you're gonna be entered in this giveaway. So you better be watching some content if you want to be entered, and don't forget to comment on the video. And for the comment, I guess if you want to comment, so I'll know if you've been watching any of my content, comment what my wife's PB is. So if you know what my wife's PB is, you've had to been watching my channel, so therefore you're a main supporter of mine. So comment my wife's PB on this video, and you'll be entered in a chance to win this tackle giveaway right here. And there's one more thing. Rod protection. Rod protection is very critical. Rod and reel protection, that is very critical. And I lacked at doing that for the longest time. So I got a lot of reels that have a lot of boat rash and just rash in general from banging against each other, and rods alike. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not affiliated or sponsored with any one of these companies. I just love their products, and I stand behind quality products. Some of the best reel covers I've ever bought at this price point, I think they're $3.99 a piece, and if you buy a reel, they go down to like $2.99 a piece. But the Tackle Warehouse reel covers are phenomenal, man. They're real easy to apply. If you look, all my rods got them. If my wife wants to pan over there real quick, all my rods have them, except a few of my spinning rods. I haven't bought none for them yet. I don't have none of the sleeves on it right now, which is because I was being lazy and I didn't feel like undoing all the sleeves. But hands down, in my opinion, some of the best rod sleeves on the market are from 6 Cent. And like I said, I have no affiliation with them, so I'm not pushing their products because they're giving me something. I'm pushing it because it's quality products at a reasonable price that I can afford as a fisherman. And I'm not the richest guy in the world, so it's something that I can afford that's in my price range. And I think it's like, dang, I can't remember the price now. I'm wanting to say it's less than $10 a sleeve.
I think it's like $7.
Yeah, I think it's like $7. I think they're like $6.99. And it's made out of like a neoprene. It's hook resistant. It's not hook proof, I don't believe. But, I mean, look, right there, I just tried to hook it. But it's, I mean, look, it takes, I really, to be able to get it past the barb, I'd really have to dig into it. So it just, and I switched all mine to these, and the reason why was, as I had the, you know, regular rod socks or whatever, the old woven ones, and they were more of a headache than they were protecting my rods, because I was constantly having to rip lures off of it or cut the woven part because I couldn't get my lures unhooked from it. Though I need to put, you know, 6-cent also makes a lure, a bait keeper that goes over and, you know, will keep your hooks from hooking anything. And there's quite a few companies that make the bait keeper things. But these are the products I stand behind and the products I use. So if you want to protect your gear, I'd suggest giving these two companies a try. It's done wonders for me. Like I said, real easy to put on, and this makes all the difference. A lot of my old rod sleeves didn't have this, and it helps them stay on your rods, not blow off in the wind, or if you're planed out wide open in your boat, it's not going to blow off, or if they're in the back of your truck, it's not going to blow off your rod. So thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for watching my channel and liking my videos. And if you have any suggestions on something you might want to see me film, some lures you might want to see me try, or some techniques you might want to see me utilize, don't be afraid to comment. I answer all my comments. Or if you got any questions about sobriety and what has helped me in my walk of sobriety and may be able to help you in your walk of sobriety, reach out, man. You don't have to fight alone. You're not in this alone. There's a whole network of men and women out there that want to see you succeed, and I'm your biggest fan. If you're trying to live the life of sobriety and you're fighting right now, you're fighting back, I'm your biggest fan. I'm rooting for you. You can do it. If you would have known the old me, you would believe in yourself even more, because if I can be turned around and have a changed life, anyone can. Believe me when I say that. I was pretty wretched. So thank you for all the love and support, and remember, while you're out there, make the tug your drug.